Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order. This is the 100th episode. I have read the first 100 issues of my Marvel Comics collection so far in publishing date order. Now that isn't an exact science. Sometimes I screw up on the release date and probably change some things around. Other times I'll be reading a comic and see an advertisement for another comic that I don't have, or I'll read a story that continues in an issue that I don't have. And I'll a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times I will try and track that issue down on eBay or someplace and pick it up. And then it gets kind of shuffled in out of order maybe, or maybe I get it in time. It's hard to tell. But anyway, reading my Marvel Comics is in order is a loose term. Anyway, for the special gala 100th episode, I read Supervillain Team Up number 10, which is kind of a continuation of an ongoing storyline between this title and Avengers, but also it's kind of its own story. Number 9 and maybe number 8, I can't remember now. You'll have to look back through my videos. Tied in with Avengers like 100 and is it 160 something or 150? Like a couple issues of Avengers all tie in with this. Doctor Doom, Namor, Atuma, Wonder Man's return. The Beast is there. The Wizard, a World War II superhero, who at this time is believed to be Wanda's father. Pietro, Quicksilver, and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, the Wizard, is believed to be their father at this time, but that's going to change here pretty soon as it gets retconned. Yeah, this is kind of a continuation of that, but it's its own thing as well, because now the Red Skull is introduced in this title. Usually it's Doom and Namor, I guess, but I think maybe the Red Skull is going to be there. I don't think there's a lot more issues in this run before it gets canceled. But I think the Red Skull is in several of them anyway, and I don't know if he like takes the place of Namor or not. My copy is probably in very fine condition, actually. This is a very nice copy. Very nice. See how white it is? I don't know if you can tell. But there's not a lot of spine ticks at all. Pages or the corners are kind of square still. Cover's nice and glossy. Doesn't really have any dents or defects. Pages are a little off-white, not terrible. $6 Million Man. Very cool toy when I was very young. And then Star Wars came along and everybody forgot about the $6 Million Man toys. So this picks up on a loose thread in the last issue of Avengers, which is the last video in this series. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. But this picks up on just there was on the very last page of Avengers, I think it's 156. Cap spots something out the window, and he leaps out the window and then he leaps back in. It's kind of silly, but he saw something that aroused his suspicion. He went out and checked it out and came back in. It was kind of secret. He didn't really say what it was or anything. And now we pick up on that little plot thread here in this issue. This is another Bill Mantlo story. A lot of these early crossovers and extra long issue storylines have been Bill Mantlo written, whether it be Marvel Team Up or this title and the Avengers. Like, Bill Mantlo's writing a lot of stuff these days. Just like Sal Buscema, who I'm surprised isn't drawing this issue, but like Bill Mantlo and Sal Buscema were everywhere at this point in Marvel, writing every other comic that was coming out, it seems like. But Captain America's in the Latverian embassy in New York City. And he's there because of whatever it was he spotted outside Avengers Mansion in the last issue. I think it was Avengers Mansion. But anyway, he's got to fight his way inside because Doom's got it booby-trapped and protected. So Cap fights his way through to get to Doctor Doom, basically. I don't know how he knows that he's there. Probably because he's been been in the last couple issues of both of these titles together, so probably knows he's there. But he's found this doohickey. See, he's got this wand looking thing, and this is the MacGuffin that's led him here to the Latverian embassy to track down Doctor Doom, because this whatever this thing is he's holding, he has a bad feeling about it. And we get a little recap of the last several issues. There's Namor, Wonder Man, the Wizard, and the Beast up top with Attuma. More fight with Attuma, between the Avengers and Attuma. And then Doctor Doom gets factored in. He's part of this too. He teamed up with the Avengers a little bit to fight Attuma. So we get a recap of what's been going on. And then Cap gives an explanation of what happened outside that window. He spotted a drone out there. And this is 1976, 1977. And that's pretty cool. He spotted a drone out there. And somehow found that doohickey wand thing. And that's led him here to Dr. Doom's Latverian embassy in New York City. And he busts his way into Doom's throne room, and we get this very cool splash page. Yes, Avengers 156. That's where this started. So he shows Doom the doohickey, and it's the Red Skull, and Doom. So Cap had this thing analyzed, and it was made with materials from Latveria, mined in Latveria, and it's got the Red Skull's swastika and face on it. So immediately Cap suspects that Doctor Doom and the Red Skull are working together. So, but that's not the case. Doctor Doom is just as surprised by this as Cap. And we cut to the Submariner heading back to Atlantis, where all of his people are in suspended animation. And this really makes him mad. So he punches stuff. Well, actually, his palace or whatever is starting to collapse, starting to cave in. That's what it is. And he goes outside, and there's this mining company. And they're right up against Atlantis, and they're digging, they're mining. And that ticks him off, of course. So they've got to fight him off with their mining equipment. He chucks this tank underwater. He chucks this tank like that. That's Submariner's pretty strong. But he proceeds to smash them, and he questions one of the employees, which leads to Latveria again. So someone in Latveria is trying to get this whatever ore down under the ocean near Atlantis. Now we cut to Latveria, and this is a plot thread from earlier in the title, but this is not Doctor Doom. This is a deposed Prince Rudolfo, who is leading a revolt to take over Latveria and give the power back to the people instead of being ruled by the tyrant Doctor Doom. And the Black Shroud is here as well. The Shroud helping. Again, he was introduced earlier in the title before I had any issues of this, so I don't know exactly how the Shroud came to be in Supervillain Team Up and part of the plot, but he is. So a fight breaks out in the Latverian... Well, I guess it must be Castle Doom that they're in. And Rudolfo is turning into more and more of the despot that he's trying to depose in Doctor Doom as he's marching in to the throne room. And we get in there and find out that somebody is seated on the throne, and they spin around and they blast Rudolfo. Kill him, actually. He's dead. And at the same time, a plane is coming into Latveria, and it's Captain America and Doctor Doom flying in to... get to the bottom of the mystery of that wand made with a Red Skull emblem. And they get blown up by one of Doom's own defenses. Castle Doom's this rainbow missile that it hits the plane that they're in, and it turns into rainbow light and disappears. So Captain America and Doctor Doom have disappeared. Meanwhile, back inside, we see that our mystery villain is indeed the Red Skull. And he's going to take over everything using Doctor Doom's weapons. So, continued next issue. And I believe I do have the next issue after this one. I believe I do. So, look for this in a future episode of Old Nerd Reads His Marvel Comics in Order. And we'll see what happens. That thrilling cliffhanger of this thrilling 100th episode of Old Nerd Reads His Marvel Comics in Order. Hey, if you like this kind of thing, please subscribe. Please leave me a like. Or if you have some friends online that you think would like the video, please share it with them. And I'd really appreciate it. I do these kind of videos, this series where I'm reading my collection in publishing date order from the earliest comic I have up through, and I've got a long ways to go. So I'm just in the starting the year 1977 right now, and my collection goes all through the 90s. So got a long ways to go. And if that sounds cool, please subscribe. Please comment down below with any of your thoughts on this issue. Maybe I got something wrong in my rambling, and you can correct me. But I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.